Hey guys, Bill here from Northcoast Cigar Review, and I'm back with another review for you. Another sunny day here on the north coast of Ohio. A little cold, but for being February and there's no snow, it's time to get out and enjoy a cigar. So, got something a little bit different for you, and I know I say that quite often, but this time something a little bit different. You know, one of my goals in doing these reviews was to try to keep a good variety of cigars for the reviews, right? So I chose some stuff that I've had in the past that I thought my viewers may like, and I really want to kind of mix in things I haven't had before, and that's where today's cigar comes in. This is an Aladino, okay? Something I have never had, and frankly, something not in my wheelhouse, something I probably would never buy in one of my local cigar shops for two reasons. One, it is a smaller ring gauge. This is a 46 ring gauge, and it is going to be a more of a mild cigar. So not something that's typically what I would be looking for, but that's the beauty of smoking cigars, right? You never know what you're going to find. You never know what you're going to have. So we got to try to change it up and see what's out there and what we're going to like. So I'm going to review this for you today. Let's start off with a couple things here. One, Aladino, brand I had not heard of. Did a little research in it, and Julio Iora, whose name is on the bottom here, is from Camacho. So that's a great thing. I love Camacho cigars, one of my absolute favorite cigars, something I keep in my humidor as a go-to. So if he's involved in this cigar, it's got to be pretty good. It is a Honduran Puro, so that is something I don't typically see that often. Typically, if I'm reviewing a Puro, it's going to be a Nicaraguan Puro. So this is Honduran. So Corojo wrapper here, very nice wrapper, very nice light brown here, very hot cocoa, cappuccino kind of color to it. So that's pretty nice right there. So Honduran Corojo wrapper, Honduran binder, and Honduran fill in this. So straight Honduran cigar. Like I said, 46 ring gauge on this. They say 6 inches long. I mean, I think that's a little bit longer than 6 inches. I mean, that's a little longer to me, but they say 6 by 46. So that's the stats that they're giving, so that's what we're going to go with today. So let's go ahead and get this lit. And if it's anything like Camacho, I should pretty much enjoy it. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, I went ahead and cut this cigar here. I did a normal cut on it as opposed to my punch cutter, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of. But this has been resting in my humidor for about 3 weeks. The cap seemed a little hard. I didn't want to risk cracking it using the punch cutter, so I went ahead and just snipped off the end there. I'm going to do a cold draw on it. That's like all the rage right now. Kind of give a preview of what we're going to expect. Very different flavor as opposed to when we light it. So it just kind of gives you a little bit of insight as to what's coming. So let's go ahead and give that a try. Okay, cold draw always gives you a totally different flavor. So I got a lot of grass and hay, and honestly, it kind of tastes a little bit like a Macanudo right there. So it's gonna have that mild flavor to it. Gonna get it toasted up here just so we get a good burn on it. We don't want it to run at all. All right. A little spot there. All right, looks like a pretty good light. Okay. So I always like that first couple hits on the cigar. I feel like that's going to tell me quite a bit. And on this one right away, a lot of nutty. Very nutty right off the bat. No spice, which I always find interesting. Most of the cigars I review, I get a lot of spice out of the front, but I do go for a fuller flavored cigar, something that's going to be a little bit darker, have a lot more oil to it. This doesn't have that. Okay, so they got that nice nutty tone right off the front. Very mellow, very smooth so far. I'm going to kick back. I'm going to enjoy this Aladino right here, and I'll be back in a couple minutes, give you some impressions. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we're about a quarter of the way through with the Aladino here. Some initial impressions here. Hello, Camacho. You know, Julio Iota is from Camacho. This is every bit the same taste, same flavor profile. I am super impressed. I was a little worried here because, like I said, not my wheelhouse kind of cigar. Small gauge, supposed to be a mild cigar. There's some nice flavor here, right? It's not, it's not going to be a strong cigar. I would definitely say that it is going to be more past the middle, though. It's definitely mellow, it's mild, but it's got a little bit of spice, it's got a little bit of kick. It has changed up quite a bit since I first lit it. I got that nice nutty flavor, tone and flavor off the beginning. But the spice level has grown, which I do like, because I do like the stronger cigars. Something with a little bit more flavor. Spice level has grown. It's still there, and I haven't hit this, in the last at least minute and a half. So a nice lasting flavor, which is really, really nice. Something else I want to point out. Look at the tightness on the ash of this cigar. I mean, that is solid right there. That is a very, very interesting ash. I always pay attention to the ash on a cigar because I always say that says a lot about the construction, right? I mean, there is no layering there. There's no stratification of the ash whatsoever. I mean, that's a pretty solid gray ash. Very, very impressive. One thing I will note, though, there's no tooth there. And those of you who smoke cigars quite often know what tooth is. You'll see that on the ash. Sometimes it looks like some raised dimples and almost like some pimpling on the ash from the oils as you're smoking it. Creates that. It's called tooth. And this cigar really has none. So definitely a not a oily wrapper at all. But overall, wow, I'm impressed. So things are looking pretty good. I'll check back in about halfway through, let you know how it's changed up and how we're burning at that point. So stay tuned, guys, and I'm telling you, not too shabby right now. Stay tuned. Gentlemen, halfway through with the Aladino. I'm blown away, guys. I expected virtually nothing out of this cigar, and it has done nothing but impress. Halfway through, flavor profiles completely changed from the first quarter. We had the nuttiness in the beginning, and it kind of just changed up. It got a little spice in there, which was very nice, a lot of black pepper. Halfway into it now, I'm getting a lot of leather, some real nice coffee notes to it, and lo and behold, what starts showing up on the ash, we got some tooth. So, I always say that a good cigar will tell a story. And the reason I say that is these master blenders with these cigars, they put different types of tobacco in the cigar that's being held by this binder. And a good blender will layer that tobacco so the flavor profile will change as you're smoking this cigar. It's blended beautifully. I mean, just beautifully how it's changed throughout. The fact that I had zero tooth on the first quarter of this cigar, and I showed you that ash. The fact that it's there now is very, very nice to see. So, this cigar is just impressing the heck out of me right now. So, halfway through it, it's just changing up, keeping me interest, burning like a champ. Ash is holding really, really well. I actually knocked it off a little bit early. I accidentally hit it on the table here, or that thing would probably be another inch longer. So, halfway through, loving the Aladino right now. Stay tuned. I'll be wrapping it up and give you some final impressions. Stay tuned, guys. Gentlemen, wrapping up the Aladino cigar here. This Corona, this 46 ring gauge cigar, 6 inches long. Something that I really didn't expect much out of. And gentlemen, like I said in the prior piece here, super impressed. This cigar literally blew me away. It may have even changed my impression of what a mild cigar is supposed to be. That's not something I typically go towards. I like something that's gonna, punch you in the face, just like a big wine will do. I like my cigars the same way. I want something super flavorful, something that's gonna really let me know I'm smoking a cigar. Did not expect this out of this guy, and it has completely flipped the script. So the Aladino, check it out. Very, very nice. Here's something else that's great. So Julio Iota, who is from Camacho, I'm going to compare this to Camacho's, right? Because the flavor profile is very, very similar to a Camacho Criollo, which is one of my favorite cigars. That cigar, right, is about $8.59, right? This cigar, a 5-pack, is $30, right? So do the math there. That's $6 a stick. That's $3 cheaper, and it tastes every bit as nice as that Camacho. So really, really nice little bonus right there. As far as overall rating, solid 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. Just on shock factor alone, it could be a 10 out of a 10. But 8 out of 10, it's really, really nice. Go on, check it out. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Check out the YouTube channel. That is doing really, really well. Well over 1,500 views for all the different cigars I've reviewed over the last 6 months or so. So thank you for your support. Also, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a special video this week with a cigar giveaway. And I'll get into the details of that about midweek, so look out for that as well. But as always, gentlemen and ladies, I know there's a few of you out there, thank you for watching, and get out, enjoy a fine cigar, and always smoke them if you got them, guys. Take care.